And we are live for the Division 4B Championship between Mad Bears and Les Verges Folles. Two teams have been in this league for a long time. Finally, they get to the finals to play each other. I'm very excited to be here with my co-host, my color. My name is Terry Tam, and I'm with GM Coletras here at Brossard. Bear with me; it's my first one, so we're gonna do great today. So we have a matchup of two teams. Mad Bears 5-4-1 on the season, had a great run in the playoffs, and then you also have Les Verges Folles, who finished 8-2 during the season, one of the top teams in the division. So you expected them to be here. GM, what are your thoughts on this division?
I think that it's been a tight race right now. It's very interesting to see that it's not. As we get to the finals, it's never the one seed against the one seed. So right now we have Les Verges Folles, who are the 2 seed who placed that in the regular season, up against the 5 seed of the Mad Bears, who have come alive in the playoffs under Sébastien Thibault. It's been a great run for them as well. So you see teams that weren't the expected finalists here really coming up big in the finals.
So you kind of, like you alluded to, you kind of expected Les Verges Folles to be here. What do you think they have to do against the surging Mad Bears team to win today?
So these are two teams that are very familiar with each other as well. So it's going to be a lot of trying to find the weak link here. Les Verges Folles are going to have to keep the ball out of the Mad Bears' hands and try and make them play catch-up because they have the offensive firepower, whereas Mad Bears have momentum going on their side right now. It's been a Cinderella run for them, and they're looking to keep it going.
Absolutely, Mad Bears. They've had a good run, beating A Squad, a team they lost to in the regular season, beating MTL Originals, another team they lost to in the regular season, and then finally culminating the semifinals against Air Force One, beating them 39-32. Mad Bears are a team with Sébastien Thibault as a leader. We've all seen him. He plays in higher divisions as well. Very capable player. You look at Les Verges Folles, who I feel have been here forever. And they're always a competitive team led by Sean Lafortune, who is a great receiver as well. They have Zachary Cuvier this year. What kind of a player is he, and what does he bring to the table?
So he's very versatile, whether he's playing quarterback or receiver. He has that deep football knowledge and sense, so he knows what's open and how to find gaps in the coverage. So he's a very smart receiver, defender, quarterback as well. So you see that expertise carry over, and he helps lead the team in that way here. Absolutely.
So it looks like we're about to get started here. Mad Bears are breaking down. Whistles in. Mad Bears start with the ball, and we'll see where it goes. Again, we're at Brossard here. My name is Terry Tama with GM Coletras. Here are the finals for Division 4B Flag Plus Football. Ready for the snap. Sébastien Thibault gets a snap. Deep short pass to number 16.
Jeremy
Durand-Tremblay, who is somebody to look out for this today. He has been his outlet. He has 9 touchdowns in the playoffs so far.
Yeah, he's been a very, very strong player for them. That's something you need on a good playoff run, right? Like, you need someone to take the reins of the offense.
Snap again. Sébastien Thibault gets the ball, runs right, breaks the rusher, takes off for about a 3-yard gain. He's very elusive at running, I think, with the ball.
Yeah, and I don't think that was a run that was planned. It looked like either all hooks around him or short hooks with a little bit of deep on the wideouts. But he didn't see anything he liked in that coverage and just decided to take off instead. So you see the type of athlete that Seb Thibault is as well. It's not often we see someone who rushes and then quarterbacks on the same team that brings them to the finals. I think the last time that was the Dirty Birds in Division 4.
Oh, wow, nice call. As they get back ready to snap, Sébastien Thibault gets a snap. Quick look, short, nothing available, gets rid of it. Play to Antoine Brisson. There is a flag on the play, and it looks like he is going to get in for the touchdown. We're going to wait to see what the flag is.
I believe it's going to be obstruction on the rusher. Yes, indeed. The center got in the way of the rusher getting to Seb Thibault there, which just hurts when you have a touchdown like that after a great catch and yards after the reception.
Great play by Antoine Brisson to break all those tackles and make it to the and score a touchdown. He has been on fire this year as well. He's one of the outlets. He missed a couple of games in the playoffs, but he is somebody to look at on the outside. Sébastien Thibault loves throwing to him on the sidelines as well.
Yeah, that hurts.
So what do you think right now? How do you manage up against Sébastien Thibault in this running offense that they do?
You're definitely going to have to play contain. You use the size of your rusher to your advantage. Take great angles there and press for those quick hooks to get rid of them, and hope that he tries to dance and make something like that. And you need to get that sack, though. That's the one thing. When he shows you his back, when he's trying to gain yardage, you need to deliver and get that sack.
So as you were saying, to kind of break those broken up plays, he breaks the rusher and he goes on for about a 7-yard gain, and then he falls out of bounds. Great rush by Sébastien Thibault, who has had 144 rushing yards this year in the playoffs, not including his regular season where he had almost 350 yards
and 3 touchdowns.
And 3 touchdowns.
So
as
you
well.
know that he's just as versatile, able to beat you on the ground as he is in the air.
Absolutely. So as Sébastien Thibault gets ready to get the snap, quick play to Antoine Brisson again. Antoine Brisson loves those routes, those just quick drags. He's a very good receiver. Tackled by number 18, Simon Chouinard La Liberté of Les Verges Folles.
So it's interesting in that both these teams have a lot of tackle football pedigrees, and you usually associate that with quarterbacks who like to air the ball out downfield. But it shows, it's testament to why they're here in the first place, the Mad Bears, that Seb Thibault is just sort of marching the field and hitting those short hooks.
Absolutely. Sébastien Thibault gets the ball again. Pressured, overthrows, and right through the hands of Antoine Brisson, which I think was already out of bounds anyway. Broken up play. You know what? That was a good play by Sébastien Thibault, throwing the ball away. What do you think?
Yeah, he threw the ball away, and it was not a pretty one. So at least he had a receiver who was somewhat able to make some sort of an attempt on it. But that was just an ill-advised throw, unfortunately.
As we line up here, it is third and about 8, I would say. As we line up, Mad Bears with the ball in the second half of the zone.
Might even be 3rd and 10. 2nd and 10.
Maybe.
So great catch by the center there, just on a quick dump off route, number 24.
Vincent Morissette, who's somebody that has been on fire as well on defense. He is their number 1 defender. He has about 9 interceptions this year. He's a great player for them, both sides of the ball.
Yeah, on both sides, the 24 is coming up big there. The snapper, Thomas Jelena, who is the one with the catch there, getting tackled by 24, Morissette.
Exactly. Oh, my mistake. As we line up, like I said, we're working out the kinks in this first one here. Sébastien Thibault lines up in the Mad Bears offense, ready to get the snap. A lot of time, quick read to Christopher Patel, incomplete pass. And it looks like they're giving them a lot of short plays here, Jim.
Yeah, very much so. Trying to limit the impact that can be done deep. You're seeing a lot of crossing routes and sort of levels that Seb Thibault can choose from in the middle of the field there, with the snapper slanting underneath to his left and the deep in the middle, choosing a throw as well to the outside. But I think he had Jeremy Durand-Tremblay on the in there.
I think we're looking at right now is the 3rd and about 5. Sébastien Thibault lines up for the ball. Oh, running around, breaking a tackle. Beautiful play, quick feet. Takes it on, first down and then some, and finally gets tackled by, I believe that's Nicolas Sarro. I could be wrong. Number 9, no.
Nassim Ouadoui.
Nassim Ouadoui, who's another excellent defender and somebody that they rely on a lot in Les Verges Folles to command their defense.
So being bailed out by his athleticism there, being able to get that first down and a little bit more to help move the chains, because I don't think he would have been able to fit it in any window for that pass.
Again, Sébastien Thibault with the offense. To Antoine Brisson down the middle. Tackled by Les Verges Folles, number 24, who is Vincent Morissette again, who we spoke about earlier. Very good on both sides of the ball.
Those short levels continue to be there. Just having the center on a quick out and that delay in, this time on his right rather than the left, just continuing to be successful for them.
Mad Bears in the red zone right now, so Sébastien Thibault cannot run. He looks left, looks right. Here he is to Antoine Brisson on the touchdown, and he gets that touchdown that he earned before. Good on them. 6-0 for Mad Bears over Les Verges Folles.
So yeah, this is exactly what you want from a team that don't have as much depth, I would say, as Les Verges Folles, who have playmakers on both sides of the ball. You have guys who have key roles on Mad Bears who are really delivering for them. That's a big touchdown early on, and it helps keep the momentum in their favor.
That was a long 7-minute drive for a touchdown right there. Taking the ball away from Les Verges Folles, who we know have a very prolific offense, as they line up for the 1-point conversion. Sébastien Thibault looks left, rolls left. He sees somebody in the back of the end zone, hesitates, running around using athleticism. To Antoine Brisson, the sure-handed player, catches for the extra point. Oh, another flag on the field. What do we have here? They are calling obstruction on the rusher.
Yeah, I'd like to see that again on the replay, because official J.R. Beausoleil is indicating that, and I'm trying to see where that would have come from here. Just an odd sort of play, unless it might have been flag guarding when he was dancing around in the backfield.
It could be. So the convert is canceled, or we're at just under 50 minutes left in the game. Mad Bears up 6-0. Les Verges Folles to get their first drive right now. What do you think should happen right now? What do you think they would do on their first drive? Knowing Les Verges Folles.
They have the capability to sort of air it out. I think that at this point we're going to see him go to his usual safety valve of Sean Lafortune. It's going to be an easy first pass, either for a 10 in or even just a hook in the middle of the field.
Zachary Kivigier gets the ball. Ooh, quick throw to number 7 on the outside, Cédric Chagnon, for an incompletion. So he goes 0 for 1 on the first play. Could there be nerves in this game? Has he been here before?
Could there be? Yeah, we'll give this a little bit more time past the first play of the drive for Les Verges Folles. But I think that, he definitely needs to hit a rhythm here in order to feel comfortable.
Absolutely. So he looks deep, and he has that same receiver that he just missed, Cédric Chagnon, on a deep play for about 9 yards, tackled by the Mad Bears defender down the middle. Great play, good read. He went through his progression there. Jim, what did you see?
Both as a quarterback and as a defender and as a receiver, that's something you want, is that when a receiver drops a pass, you want to go back to him right away. Make sure his head is still in the game. Keep that confidence up, because if you dwell inside your own space too long, it's going to be difficult to come up with a play later on. So good on him, Cédric Chagnon, for making that catch.
Kivigier gets the ball again. Looks short down to his outlet, his breakaway guy, Sean Lafortune, who comes up limping for a first down. Tackled by number 18, Simon Chouinard.
Might have come down hard on that ankle or gotten just a little bit stepped on there in that play. You had down the sideline Cédric Chagnon as well, just running that fly to clear out space for him on the other side of the field.
Sean Lafortune has been a guy who has been used a lot this year by Les Verges Folles, with 57 catches this year and 14 touchdowns. Kivigier gets the ball again. Oh, breaks the sack, takes off, and he gets about 5 yards on the rush. Great for breaking the sack there. The rusher almost had him, but Zach Kivigier was able to break the tackle and get through. Great heads-up play by him.
So Nick Sarro and Sean Lafortune were in the same place on that route, and they both looked kind of open, but it looked like they were covering each other almost. And something to keep an eye on will be the limping of Sean Lafortune, because he does appear to be in pain here, running those routes. Like, you can see that he's not his usual spry self.
Zach Kivigier gets the ball, and he looks deep right away. And Cédric Chagnon on the deep hook for a 13-yard gain, tackled by Sean Lafortune. As you can see on the left side here of your screen, he is limping up. Cédric Chagnon brings the ball to the 2-yard line. It is very interesting to see Sean Lafortune on the field right now. He is the outlet. He is the guy to look at. So with 57 catches, I bet you that Zachary Kivigier tell him, no, I need you to stay in. I need you to be my guy.
Yeah, and you see here they're moving him around as well, so trying to create that mismatch. So they're testing him on another defender as well, open in the back on the corner. Unfortunately, though, Kivigier not able to get the ball off in time.
That was a sack by Mathieu Gravel, who's been excellent for them this year. Zach Kivigier looked at his outlet, Sean Lafortune. Sean Lafortune taking a few more steps to get there because of the injury, and it looks like there's a penalty on the play. What are they going to be calling here? Could it be interference on the rusher? Maybe holding?
So Antoine Brisson, incredulous on what the call was, sort of unsure of what this would have been here. But
it was illegal contact on the defender for Mad Bears. So it gives a first down and 1. As Zach Kivigier lines up at the 1-yard line, he is inside the red zone. Nick Sarro has been walking away from the line, not knowing that the play is about to go on. Kivigier gets a snap. He looks deep, looks short, nothing. Great stop by Christopher Patel.
Yeah,
down
absolutely.
the middle.
So the coverage wasn't there, and it looked like he was almost just throwing it away. That could have ended up much worse for Les Verges Folles than just a batted down pass.
Christophe Patel, who isn't a guy who got a lot of stats this year, but he is a guy who has a big presence. He's a very big body down the middle, and I think he's going to take away a lot of those reads. There seems to be some
chatter,
confusion. Yeah, there's a lot of confusion today. I think they're all a little bit nervous. It is the finals, as we say, in Division 4B here at Brassard for FPF. Kivigier gets the ball, rolls right, breaks the sack, looks quick, right to Nick Sarro with the catch. Touchdown,
wow.
Nicolas Sarro, and maybe a concussion as he's there. as he falls down.
Yes, sticky hands, great presence on the field. He tried to help his quarterback out, who was dancing around trying to find an open receiver. Sarro flowing with him, understanding what to do when a quarterback is in trouble, and makes that catch for a touchdown.
Nicolas Sarro is a very sure-handed player. We've all seen him play. We've all played against him, and he's not somebody to leave open like that. As you can see on the bobble, great concentration to get the ball as they go for 1 point to take the lead here with just under 10 minutes left.
Tie game right now.
Verges lines up for the ball. Base formation. Looks left. Quick throw down to the front. Cedric Chagnon could not get in. It is a tie game. Mad Bears get the ball back with 9 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game.
Yeah, great coverage by Mathieu Riendo there, just making sure that the receiver in front of him did not make his way into the end zone. And that's a key convert there that may be something we talk about again later.
Absolutely. We spoke about it in previous broadcasts as well, GM, is that extra points, especially in the finals, are extremely important because the games are so tight. You might need that 1 point, that extra 2 point, that 2-pointer to win the game.
Yeah, we've had the two finals we saw previous to this were decided by 1 point.
Absolutely.
So it is indeed important.
Thibault gets a snap, looks right, throws it to his guy, Jeremy Durand. I always forget his last name.
So it looks like William Fontaine there read the crossing route and tried to get there as quickly as possible, but just was not able to get between the receiver and the ball in time on that play.
Jeremy Durand Tremblay with the nice catch there to get it. And so we line up. It's still second and short right now. Sébastien Thibault is able to use his feet, as we saw in the first drive. It looks like he's just going short, not trying to force it deep as he lines up for the second down. Looks right, quick to his snapper. Number 24 gets the catch, Thomas Jarina, somebody who was available to him, 23 catches this year, 125 yards, 4 touchdowns in the regular season.
Yeah, and especially for a mobile quarterback like that, you need someone who's able to hit the flats quickly on a slant like that. We saw it in previous divisions where quarterbacks tend to lean on their snapper on routes like that because they are so open in the middle of the field when teams play disciplined coverage defense.
Lines up for the snap. First down for Mad Bears. Quick little pitch to Jeremy Durand Tremblay. Incomplete pass. Just a little behind him, but that's a very good play. A play that's very effective here in FPF.
Yeah, that's one that had a lot of popularity about 3-4 years ago with the Dirty Birds and the Mysterious and Magical Men. And we saw it sort of die off a little bit. But it's interesting to see because of Seb Tremblay's mobility, he's just as likely to take off on a run on that play as he is to pitch it. So you really have to play disciplined defense in order to cover against that.
Second down and 10 for Mad Bears right now as they line up in a base formation. Sébastien Thibault rolls right, looks, Antoine Brisson wide open, just overthrows his receiver. I think he had way too much time and he got a little nervous there. Good route by Antoine Brisson. Unfortunately, he couldn't come down with it.
Yeah, very much so. Crossing the field on that corner route, it looked like he had position to be able to catch the body. That ball just either overthrown or Seb Tremblay not exactly knowing where his receiver would be on that play. As
quick as they got their first down, it is third down right now for Mad Bears in the offensive zone. He rolls left. Quick run by Sébastien Thibault, which you expect normally for about a 5 to 6 yard gain. So we're looking at 4th and 4 right now for Mad Bears.
It won't be enough for it wasn't enough for a first down, but should they choose to punt, they will put Les Verges Folles on their own 1 yard line. That being said, it is the finals. You trust your offense on this. You want to convert and get that first down instead of just giving the ball away and punting.
Is it too early to punt at this point too?
Very much so. I wouldn't. Especially a team that relies on their chemistry and momentum like Mad Bears do, I would not.
So 4th and 1 for Mad Bears right now. As Sébastien Thibault takes a snap, looks right, nobody there. Available, touchdown. Mad Bears take the lead, 12-6.
So Les Verges Folles playing very, very disciplined, not wanting to give up the first down short, but in the process forgetting that there's still the rest of the field to account for and giving up a touchdown instead of that first down, which hurts even more.
That was Jeremy Durand Tremblay, as usual, for his touchdown. Or was that Simon Chouinard?
No, that was indeed. And just the high five by Cedric Chagnon there, you see the respect between these two players as well.
As they go for 1 point, Sébastien Thibault takes the snap, rolls left, has an option at the back of the end zone, throws it up, and it is incomplete 12-6 for Mad Bears as Les Verges Folles take the ball with just over 5.5 minutes left in the first half.
So with how dynamic Seb Tremblay is as a playmaker at the quarterback position, I feel like they should almost always be going for two just to give him that option to run in if he needs, because he rolled out to that direction anyway, but the defense were not fooled because they knew on a one-point convert the quarterback cannot run.
That's it. The rusher can take a break for that play. He doesn't have to worry about him taking off. Les Verges Folles take the ball right now, get ready for the snap, 1st and 10.
Very interesting with 5 minutes left in the game if we're going to see a quick score here, if they're going to milk out the rest of the time in the half.
QVG takes the snap, looks left. Here's Nicolas Sarrault. Quick change in personnel right there. Nicolas Sarrault on the left side for about a 7-yard gain, tackled by number 14 for Mad Bears, who is Mathieu Riando.
Sean Lafortune seems to be in better spirits, running either a post corner or just a flat corner. He seems to be a little bit more of his usual self, so let's look for him to get more involved in this game on perhaps a wheel in this play.
QVG takes the snap, looks left, quick to Sean Lafortune for about a 3-yard gain. Is it enough for the first down?
I don't think so.
We're about to see right now, and it looks like it's short. About 3rd and inches for...
Yeah, it looked like it was signaled as a first down at first, and then they've instead changed their mind and placed it as 3rd down.
Sean Lafortune is very sure-handed, as we said, in the playoffs right now. He's had... I have no idea how many catches he's had, but he's had a lot.
Oh, it looks like there might be a procedure here, a false start, potentially.
Confusion on the snap, no flags. I think just the whistle wasn't blown yet and they started. So as Les Verges Folles line up again, they don't reset in the huddle. QVG is ready to take the snap. As he gets ready, you see in a base formation here, Christopher Patel playing really far off. QVG rolls left, takes a run, gets the first down, breaks a few tackles, and he's finally tackled by number 16, who is Jeremy Durand-Tremblay.
So on that play there, Mathieu Riando had to choose between the slant coming in and the quarterback rolling out, and picking the receiver instead. Zachary QVG was able to run easily for that first down and then some.
So right now, first down for Les Verges Folles, 3.5 minutes left in the game. Let's see what they do if they take a shot deep. We haven't seen any deep throws other than the one play for Mad Bears today. It'll be interesting to see if they take a shot deep. It seems like they do. They might have the matchup there on the right side of the field. QVG takes a snap. He looks right, looks left, rolls right. He has an option there. He can't take off. He just ran, so it's going to be a penalty.
And I think that's what the Mad Bears are informing our officials, who now throw the flag for 2 back-to-back runs.
So 2 back-to-back runs is a penalty in FPF. Zach QVG takes off with the ball. So it looks like it's going to be a 5-yard penalty from the goal line. It's loss of down, sorry.
Yes, it is indeed.
So it's going to be just a loss of down. It is going to be 3rd and 10 for Les Verges Folles.
I think it is 2nd and 10, yes, correct. You were right the first time. Yeah, exactly. So 2nd down right now. Plays being called in the huddle. We have the 3 officials right now signaling it in. There's the whistle.
Les Verges Folles come out of the huddle, getting ready to take their 2nd and 10 play. They're in the offensive zone, so they could score right now if they do decide to take a shot deep. QVG backs up. Looks like he's going deep. Deep hook to Nicolas Sarrault, tackled by number 18, Simon Chouinard, La Liberté of Mad Bears. It looks like it's going to be just short of the first down.
On a post on the other side of the field, Vincent Morissette was wide open. And I think that's the first thing that Sean Lafortune, the leader that he is, went back to tell his quarterback right away, saying, hey, when I'm running that corner to one side of the field, you have the post of Vincent, which is available in the middle. We just cracked the 2 minutes left in the first half, and it is 12-6 for Mad Bears. It hasn't been as offensive as you would see, but these two teams are so closely matched that I'm not surprised at the score right now. QVG lined up. It is 3rd and less than a yard. QVG is about to take the snap. He has a base formation. Looks right. Quick throw, not there. Throws right through the arms of Cedric Chagnon. Would have given the first down. It is 4th and inches right now. Good for him to go back to the ball and try and help out his quarterback on an ill-advised cross-body pass that was just a little bit short. But it is 4th down with that incompletion. So the rush by Mathieu Ravel seems to be affecting Zachary QVG today. I mean, he's been excellent this year, and he's just maybe the numbers don't match for Mathieu Ravel as a rusher, but he is a very effective rusher, and he does make quarterbacks think twice. Yeah, and more so than the speed that's required of a rusher, you need someone who takes those proper angles and cuts off routes at the same time, and that's something that you don't normally see as effective from a good rusher every so often. It seems like everybody knew on that one. False start on Les Verges Folles. It seems like everybody knew on that one it was going to be on 2.
That's 4th and 5 now. After instead of 4th and inches, everybody knew on the field except for the snapper that it was going to be on 1. I've been there before a few times.
It's rough. You almost need to have practiced it beforehand and not have that come as an on-the-fly decision running it for the first time in the finals. Usually you have something like that where everyone's so focused that the second the first cadence is called, you jump off because you're ready to run that route.
Zachary Verges has 14 touchdowns in these playoffs, no interceptions. I do not foresee him throwing another interception this playoffs too. He takes the ball, looks left, quick pass to Nicolas Sarro, loses his flag, gets touched by number 18, Simon Chouinard La Liberté for a first down, and they're in the red zone, so Verges cannot run.
So it was enough for a first down for them. Great body composition by Sarro, who's able to block out the defender and make sure he makes the catch for that key first down. 5 plays remaining.
5 plays left in the game right now. 12-6 for Mad Bears. Here I'm Terry Tam, and I have GM Calethris to my right.
I've never gotten that one before.
Jermaine Calethris. So Les Verges Folles come out of the huddle, ready to go. Mad Bears look extremely organized on defense, I will say, even though Verges have been able to march up the field. Verges gets ready for the snap. Quick pass to Sean Lafortune. Touchdown.
Absolutely. Great route running skills. You see the importance of a healthy Sean Lafortune, who has a stutter step, breaks in, and then cuts out, and the defender just had no chance on that play. Let's take a look here on the replay.
That is Sean Lafortune's 5th touchdown of the postseason. And as you can see, he is somebody who is very sure-handed, and that is exactly what Zachary Verges would love to see, an open wide receiver for him to put it there. Great ball by Zachary Verges.
So we saw Lafortune line up earlier on the right side of Verges, and he's been moved since to the left side. So that's a matchup that we'll look at going forward.
Verges takes the snap, going for 1. Jump ball in the end zone, dropped by number 18.
So with that,
William Brunet-Fontaine.
So with that, we have a tie game with a few plays left in the first half.
I think we have about 4 plays left in the first half right now. Mad Bears get the ball. Les Verges Folles start with the ball in the second half, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens now. What should they do right now, Mad Bears? What do you think? Take a shot deep or cut the field in half?
I think that just playing to their strengths, the typical rollout by Seb Thibault, he needs to make sure, though, that he's not throwing a crossbody. He needs to either commit to a run or run one way and air it out deep rather than throwing crossbody.
Sébastien Thibault takes a snap. Quick throw to number 16 of Mad Bears, Jeremy Turant-Tremblay, who, like we mentioned earlier, has 9 touchdowns in the postseason. A very good player, 235 yards. That is nothing to laugh at for sure. Mad Bears are going to be methodically marching up the field like they did their last 2 scores. Sébastien Thibault is very elusive, and I think that he's probably going to be able to use his feet on this drive with 3 plays left in the first half.
Mathieu Leduc-Frenette with the tackle there, saving extra yardage, which would be so paramount this early on.
Sébastien Thibault breaks the tackle, takes it left, and he gets past the first down mark, I believe. Either way, there's still 2 plays left in the half. Be interesting to see what he can do, but he's such an elusive player, Jim.
Leduc-Frenette once again with that tackle there, back to back. So he's starting to lock down those flats to the left of Seb Thibault.
Les Verges Folles has a very good defense. They have been shutting teams down in the postseason. In their first game, allowing only 12 points. In their last game against Goals, only allowing 13 points in the playoffs as well. Sébastien Thibault gets ready to take the snap. 2 plays left in the first half. Looks left. Quick throw to Christopher Patel in the end zone. Touchdown, Christophe Patel. No, out of bounds. He slams the ball in anger.
And now there's discussion here where that should be a surefire penalty. I don't know. So there was no flag on the play. There's no flag on the spiking of the ball. As the officials look here,
we're going to be looking at a booth challenge right now. I think they're going to be challenging the touchdown. We're going to be able to see the replay here. As you can see, Sébastien Thibault throws the ball deep. Christophe Patel catches the ball. 1, 2. That second foot, we don't know if it's in or out.
It looked like it. It
looked like it was in, yeah. Oh, perfect. So let's see the other angle. No, I don't think this is any better. Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's going to be a difficult one to judge. So
inconclusive. I don't think it will be overturning this.
It does look here. Let's take a look one more time here at the bird's eye view on that corner route there.
Special guest Commissioner Rob Campana looking at the call.
That's
Right.
1, 2.
I- But they called it no touchdown, so incomplete, inconclusive. So inconclusive. That's a good play. One play left for Mad Bears. Do you do the same thing? It seemed like it
an
was there.
omission there, though. On review, you see the spiking of the ball after the play right in front of an official that wasn't called. That might save the Mad Bears some yardage.
Christophe Patel should be counting his lucky stars that he didn't get called on that penalty. So as Mad Bears line up to take the snap, Sébastien Thibault looks right, looks left, breaks right, breaks the rusher, has plenty of time. Does he go deep? He looks Antoine Brisson in the back of the end zone, not tall enough.
Just overthrown, and you saw him there. He had his hand up. He was waiting for the ball. He had that moment, that window of opportunity, and just an overthrown pass.
12-12 going into the half. Les Verges Folles will start with the ball. GM, what do you think happened so far? What has transpired so far in this first half?
So I think that because of the familiarity of these two teams, these are teams that know each other very well. They've got like a frenemy relationship going on right now, especially in the finals. Because as good friends as you are, they're still the opponents, and you're still going for a championship here. So as fun as it must be to be playing against your boys, like the familiarity of both these teams, and I think that's where the struggles are starting to come from. We're gonna see one team pull ahead in the second half, as it is a tie game right now.
So Mad Bears versus AFI in their semifinal game was the closest game they had so far in the playoffs, 39-32. Who do you think has the advantage so far? There hasn't been a lot of momentum. Nobody's really taken control of this game so far. Mad Bears have started with the ball and ended with the ball in the first half. What do Mad Bears do differently in the second half?
I think Mad Bears need to keep doing what they were doing, especially considering they are the underdog going into this game and were thought of that way. They really need to just keep doing what they're doing, because the pressure is on Les Verges Folles right now, who are the powerhouse between these two teams, and the fact that this game is tied plays into the hands of the Mad Bears.
Absolutely, I agree 100%. Looking at Les Verges Folles, who can be their X factor in the second half?
For Les Verges Folles, we mentioned Sean Lafortune, so to go to someone else who isn't Sean Lafortune, we've seen Vincent Morissette, who's played lights out on defense and offense. He's been running great routes as well. I think that he's someone we should definitely look at in the second half, coming up with 4 interceptions throughout the playoffs thus far. Absolutely.
Sean Lafortune is a very, very effective player as well. As we line up, we get ready to play Les Verges Folles. We'll start with the ball at their 10-yard line. Gerard Beausoleil has a few words with Les Verges Folles. 12-12 here in Brossard. My name is Terry Tam. I'm here with GM Calethris, Jermaine Calethris, as some people like to call him.
I've heard.
So we're going to start right now. Mad Bears will come. Mad Bears defense walking on. It's a little sweaty in here, so these guys are already putting in the hard work. Loosened up. I think we're gonna have a great half right now. We're waiting for it to start. As the play gets whistled in, the huddle of Les Verges Folles is about to break. Zach Vergier will be commanding his offense right now.
So it's 22 minutes left to resolve this tie.
Zach Vergier lines up with Les Verges Folles off his base offense, as he has been doing all game. Quick snap. Looks left, tries to break the rusher. Sack by Mathieu Gravel of Mad Bears. That's such an excellent sack at the 1-yard line.
That's a big one, and a tossing of the ball as well again. So you saw Sean Lafortune just sort of shake the defender and was open in the middle of the field, and I guess at that point Kiviger did not see him.
Zach Vergier could not see anything. Great play by Mad Bears. It was more of a coverage sack. He looked left, looked right, couldn't find anything. As we get ready here, 12-12 again in Brossard between Mad Bears and Les Verges Folles in the Division 4B finals. Les Verges Folles line up for the play. Zach Vergier's line up in his end zone.
Yeah,
looks left, right to Sean Lafortune, just to get himself out of the end zone for about an 8-yard gain. He still has about 5 yards in order to get the first down. We're looking at a third and about 5 to 6 yards right here.
We've talked about Lafortune being his safety valve, and that's exactly who you need to go to when you're backed up into your own end zone and have to come up with a key play. So he's been doing very well on those outs. They moved him over, and it looks like now the Mad Bears defense have followed with. Antoine Brisson looks to be tasked with covering Sean Lafortune. So the question, Terry, do you keep him there, or do you move Lafortune back to the right again and pair him once again with Mathieu Riendo, who was struggling to cover him earlier on in the game?
I think you keep it as is. I think he's been looking left. I see Mathieu Riendo.
Chagnon on the right. There he is with his hand up.
Sean Lafortune, deep play for about 15 yards with a catch, tackled by number 15, Antoine Brisson.
So I think that this is going to come down to mismatches once again. They moved Seb Thibault from the corner onto the inside, and it looked like they were trying to play 4-1 corner lock there. And Chagnon had just beaten his guy and had his arm up down the sideline.
It looked like they had switched it right before the snap as well. Cédric Chagnon felt that he had the matchup, and he looked and he raised his hand as Les Verges Folles walk up to the line. Base formation, as usual for Les Verges Folles. Christophe Patel lined up 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage, expecting a deep ball here. Zach Verges, quick play to Sean Lafortune, who takes a big hit by Mathieu Riando. That is a tough play for a guy who's already banged up to get knocked down like that by Mathieu Riando. I believe that would be...
It looks like the flag is on the defense.
Yeah.
Sean Lafortune running there had... Here, let's take a look. You do have to be in control of your body here.
Absolutely. But he didn't have the ball, so I guess it's more of a illegal contact. He's still going to be on the field. It's not an OC. Oh no, he got 5 plays off. They took him out for 5 plays. So that's where Simon Chouinard-Laliberté comes in.
That's going to be a big swing in the momentum for Les Verges Folles, who had something come out of nothing in that play.
Sorry, Jeremy Durand-Tremblay comes in for Mathieu Riando for 5 plays, lined up against Cédric Gagnon. Verges takes a snap, looks left, looks right, back to Sean Lafortune, down the middle for a second and short for Les Verges Folles, tackled by Christophe Patel, who was playing extremely deep at the 10-yard line for Mad Bears.
Yeah, so inching closer and closer. We're now in the red zone, but this is something that might really be swaying the momentum on the side of Les Verges Folles there. That one call that's given them that first down and the changing of personnel.
Half of Les Verges Folles line up. Zach Verges looks there's a little bit of confusion here. Mathieu Riando's back in the game. I'm not sure what happened. I guess he thought he was out for 5 plays. Came back in. The
official discussing on the sidelines with Mad Bears.
Verges takes a snap, rolls left, looks there. Number 24, Vincent Morissette with the touchdown. Great two-way player, Vincent Morissette, who's somebody who I highlighted as a very good player for them.
Hips in the end zone, great body position. It looks like he was probably able to corral that ball in as well, to have it cross the plane at the same time as his hips. Great body position.
18-12 for Les Verges Folles as we just passed the 18-minute mark in the second half of this game. They're going to be going for 1 as they have been usually. Going for 2 isn't part of their forte. Zach Verges likes to roll around but not run. Verges is about to take the snap, base formation for the 1-point conversion. Looks left, looks right.
Nice in by Nick Sarro. Didn't see
Knocks
it.
the ball out of his hand and gets the sack. Normally that should be... the refs are going to talk to each other to make sure that they get the rule properly. I think that would be an illegal contact.
Late flag there. I'm really. It's been an interesting one here, but especially if you have the ball in front of the flag and you're going for a flag. If you hit the ball out, would that not be?
No, but the thing is, his hand was in the air and he had one hand on the ball and one hand on the flag. He got the flag and he got the ball as well, as you can see. So I mean, I think that's the right call there. The ball is part of the quarterback's hand. You're not allowed to touch the quarterback's hand. So the ball seemed to be up in the air when he got the flag. You'll see it right here. Bam, right there, and that's where the ball fell.
Great awareness, and now it's going to be a decision whether it'll be applied on this convert where they can either go for 2 from the 5.5, or if it'll be applied on the Mad Bears' next possession.
This would be interesting right now because if you take the penalty. Not sure how much you have to explain, but if you take the penalty now, all you're doing is getting 5 yards. You can take the 2 from the 1, right? 2 points from the 1.
Yeah, which admittedly you can. He's not a runner, but you can run in that instance, and especially in a game as close as this, you would want those 2 points rather than the 1. But on the other side of the ball, you want to make sure if you pin them on the 1 that you get that sack. Otherwise, Seb Thibault will just run out of the end zone, and then whatever yardage you would have gained instantly gets taken away.
What would you do? Would you take it now or after?
I would take it after.
Yeah.
So I guess the difference between having 1 opportunity versus 4 to have the penalty benefit you.
We got trips right here. First time they go off base. Not sure what the call is. Scorekeeper Stefano Berardi is whistling down the referees. He wants to know if he should fix the score because the time was running. It was a technical timeout technically, so the clock should have stopped.
Meanwhile, Morissette and Chagnon are playing hot potato with the ball, trying to keep their hands spry and make sure that even in this downtime, they're getting some reps in.
Oh, there you go. And they They partner up with Mad Bears as well to do it as well.
And that's the sort of camaraderie that you get like playing against a familiar team in the finals like that, right? Like,
Absolutely. You got to love it. So it looks like we're going to be taking the snap here. They elected to take the yards on the ensuing drive. QVG takes a snap, looks right. Cedric Chagnon snapping the ball. Nicolas Sarro with the extra point. Great hands.
Great strong hands there. You see that little bit of size and body frame advantage that he had over Seb Thibault, who was pretty well step for step with him the whole way, but just could not get between him and the ball.
Change in personnel now. I don't know if you noticed, but Cedric Chagnon took the snap. He was the snapper on that play. That'd be something interesting to see going forward if they did change the snapper.
Yeah, whether it would be Cedric Chagnon or Mathieu Leduc Frenet, I don't know what would have prompted the change like that. But yeah, let's keep an eye on that going forward.
Absolutely. So as Mad Bears line up, they are down 19-12 with 16.5 left in the game at the 1 yard line.
Yeah, Seb Thibault letting his team know to back up as they've been pinned into their own end zone currently.
Mad Bears line up. Sébastien Thibault takes a snap. Looks quick. Looks right. He just to get out of the end zone. Smart play. Easy pick play by Mathieu Riando there, but a legal pick play, I would say. And quick 5 yards rush just to get out of the end zone, just to give himself enough space.
So you're seeing a lot of crossing routes on the side opposite that Thibault likes to run to. So he'll make a read on the crossing route, and if he doesn't like that, he tends to run out to the other side. But there may be a play where he'll start to roll out and then throw it cross body, and that'll be an opportunity for Les Verges Folles to pick it off. So let's take a look at that in the future with those crossing routes.
Sébastien Thibault, quick play to number 18, Simon Chouinard, La Liberté, for a first down. Quick play right there. I think that's something that you should go back to, just quick hooks.
Yeah, Mathieu Leduc Frenet with the tackle there. Great play to make sure that there's no additional yardage gained by Mad Bears on that play.
First down, 15.5 left in the game, and Mad Bears are down 19-12 with the ball right now as Sébastien Thibault lines up to take the snap. Quick snap, looks left, down the middle to his snapper, breaks the tackle, looks like he's going to score a touchdown. Thomas Genina with the tackle.
The crowd is going wild here too.
Thomas Genina is somebody that Sébastien Thibault has looked to throughout the playoffs. 11 catches, 92 yards, and 2 touchdowns for the big guy down the middle. You got to respect a good snapper like that.
Yeah, very much so. And you see the crowd starting to come alive in this game as well. So it's now a 19-18, very, very tightly contested game.
19-18 for Les Verges Folles. Mad Bears are going for one right now to tie the game. It's been a very tight game. Like I said earlier, GM, nobody's really taken over the game so far.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who the top contributor would be in this instance. Like, I think it's still too early to call a finals MVP for either team. And
Antoine Brisson is short for the extra point, so it still is Les Verges Folles lead at 19-18. They start with the ball with 14 minutes left in the first half.
Great tackle by Nassim Ouadi to make sure that extra point did not score, and they maintain their lead here.
That's something that Antoine Brisson did very well against A Squad in the wild card round. He did those outs really well. He was able to get through their defense. Sébastien Thibault was able to pick them apart. It's something that he likes to go to often. It worked. He was just an inch short of the extra point to get the points. Les Verges Folles line up for the drive. They line up in base as they have been all game. QVG takes a snap. Looks left. Quick pass to Nicolas Sarro on the hook, as he's been doing all game as well. Nicolas Sarro very sure-handed for a 7-yard gain, tackled by Simon Chouinard, La Liberté.
Now I like this. So with the ball, admittedly it's a small lead, but Les Verges Folles, right, they're just called all hooks. He found the receiver that he liked for that play, and they have the opportunity now to kill a lot of time, march their way up the field, and go up by more than just a single point.
This is where a good rush by Mathieu Ravel would come clean. He's a very good rusher. We saw him get a sack already, 2 sacks already. So this is where he should get a very good rush to get his third and long. Deep ball, first one of the game to Nicolas Sarro. Touchdown in the end zone. Simon Chouinard, La Liberté, was just a hair away from knocking that ball down. Nicolas Sarro made a great play as they take the lead 25-18.
Yeah, and that's someone who's been great for this team on both sides of the ball. And you wouldn't think that looking at that matchup that Nick Sarro would be able to get that amount of separation. And he was just able to bring the ball in so well and catch it for a touchdown on Chouinard La Liberté.
I'm sure Chouinard La Liberté would love that ball back because he had him. I think he just kind of blew a half a tire there as he was running. He would have had him step for step, like you said, GM. That's not something that you would expect to happen with the speed that Simon Chouinard La Liberté has. So as they line up to take the 1-point conversion, Les Verges Folles are in the lead 25-18. Cuvigier throws to Nassim Wadi for the extra point.
Someone who we've been hearing the name of frequently on defense, but making his mark known as a receiver here in this game as well.
Absolutely. So they take the lead 26-18 with 12 minutes left in the game. Mad Bears take the ball with 8 points to go. They're going to have to go for 2-point conversion to tie the game. Right now, they're going to line up. What do you think they should do here? You think the panic sets in right now?
I don't think the panic sets in. But to the point that we hadn't seen a lot of deep balls being thrown by Les Verges Folles up until this moment, I think that now Seb Thibault needs to respond in the same way to make sure the momentum doesn't swing too hard in the favor of Les Verges Folles.
Mad Bears take the snap. Ooh, Sébastien Thibault takes off as usual. And number 17 with the tackle, Mathieu Leduc Frenette, has been a tackle machine today, GM. Getting that, he is very aware of Sébastien Thibault's running abilities.
Once again, rolling out one way, looking at the flood the other, choosing not to throw it and just taking off. I think that he is taking what the defense is giving him. However, as we mentioned, those converts might be the difference right here with an 8-point lead for Les Verges Folles currently.
Absolutely. So far in the game, there has been one convert, and it has been on the Les Verges Folles side. Actually, two converts on the Les Verges Folles side. Mad Bears are taking the ball right now. It looks like it is second and short. Oh, bad snap, false start. What is it? What are we going to call false start on the offense? That will make it third. No, that will make it second and about 8.
That hurts, and that's going to be a tighter window now. And with that false start, look for Seb Thibault to roll out again to try and get someone open. But hopefully he remembers that he ran on the previous play and cannot run 2 in a row.
He cannot. So you don't lose the play, right? It's just you lose the yards. So you're still able to take the snap. You're not able to run. Sébastien Thibault looks to run. Doesn't. Ooh, nice cut by Simon Chouinard La Liberté. Still up, flag guarding. And he decides to run out of bounds because he knows what he did was wrong, was against the rules. Simon Chouinard La Liberté with a great catch and run. Unfortunately, there is a 18.
Thankfully, it was after yards are gained, at least. Let's take a look here on the replay, just how egregious it was or was not.
I don't think Ego has it. So, great play by Simon Chouinard La Liberté. Unfortunately, it will be called back by 5 yards. Still first down as our referee in charge, J.R. Beausoleil, signals first down for Mad Bears. 26-18 for Les Verges Folles.
So I don't think, especially since it was after yards were gained, I don't think all is lost here. And they're set up to still succeed.
Sébastien Thibault could use his feet right now because he did run a play. So we'll see what happens. It is third and very long for them. Quick fake pitch, takes it off. He isn't getting more than about 5 or 6 yards each time. It is being effective, but I think he's getting frustrated because he is able to break down bigger runs.
Yeah, so and that's the difference between playing a team in the regular season and playing finals caliber football, right? Like things that were there very easily might not be as much going into this game now. But running for 5 yards is still half the distance you need for a first down, so I don't think all is lost. And I think that if they keep running, and even if it's for 5 yards, there will be one that'll break off for more than that, and that'll be the difference maker if they wear down the defense of Les Verges Folles.
Sébastien Thibault had 373 yards rushing on the season with 3 touchdowns. Oh, that is a throw in traffic. I think everybody got scared of footsteps there. Sébastien Thibault throwing it to number 24, his snapper, Thomas Jolina.
Yeah, William Brunet-Fontaine was right there. I'm sure that's one that he wants back on the other side of the ball.
As we have a little accident here in the studio booth. People do not drink and do commentary at the same time. It is not a good idea. So Sébastien Thibault takes the snap. Rolls right. And is sacked.
Big sack there. Big sack.
It is sacked by number 11, Matthew McDuff, who was missing in the semifinal game, who's somebody that they said they dearly missed in the game. And even though they won, Matthew McDuff was a very good rusher in this league, and he gets the big sack there on a very, very fast Sébastien Thibault.
That's absolutely someone who'd be missing that you would feel the presence of. Like the most important, as we say all the time in FPF, up the line, quarterback, snapper, rusher.
Absolutely. Sébastien Thibault lines up here. We're looking at second and about 6. Takes the snap. Looks right. Quick play to Christophe Patel. Ooh, touches the line. That was fourth down.
Oh, that's a big turnover.
That was fourth down. It looked like, from what our official Rayhan server says, his foot touched the line, so it is an incomplete pass. Christophe Patel bobbled it a little bit, came down, and his foot touched the line.
He also, I don't think he needed to go up for the pass that high.
Yeah, that's pretty clear. He was out of bounds. Les Verges Folles take over the ball with an 8-point lead, 7 minutes left in the game, Jim. Cuvier takes the snap, as he has been doing all year, for Les Verges Folles. Quick throw to William Brunet-Fortin at snap for about a 4-yard gain.
That's a big one right here. 7 minutes left in the game. It's an 8-point lead for Les Verges Folles, and they have the ball. They need to slow this game down to a crawl, make sure that the time just does not work in the favor of Mad Bears and just keeps on ticking here.
I think right now, we spoke about momentum earlier, GM. I think right now the momentum is in Les Verges Folles' side, especially with that turnover on downs.
Yeah, and you can see it in their body language as well. They're hurrying to the line of scrimmage a little bit, but I think that here they have the clear advantage on this drive and might be able to score to go up for 2 points.
Cuvier takes a snap, quick throw to Nicolas Sarrault, a little bit too hard for Nicolas Sarrault's soft hands, and it is incomplete. Great defense by Simon Chouinard La Liberté as we look at a 2nd and about 7. Les Verges Folles here, they have a chance to take over the game if they're able to score a touchdown, maybe a 2-point conversion to make it a 3-point game.
Yeah. So Jean Lafortune, since the shift over, and we see once again Antoine Bresson covering him, we haven't seen him as involved in this game.
Cuvier takes a snap, looks quick to Cedric Chagnon, no gloves, makes the catch, breaks Mathieu Riando. Christophe Patel is there to make the tackle. Cedric Chagnon gets the first down for Les Verges Folles. Great play.
Yeah, very much so. Sort of a delay slant, and he gets strong hands on the ball and is able to make his way up with little yards after completion, changing of his body to avoid the tackle there early on.
I used to not wear gloves, GM, and then I had a quarterback that did those pitch plays that we were talking about. Jordan Hogan told me, if you don't wear gloves, I'm never throwing you the ball, and I've never looked back ever since.
Yeah, it's a way to stop rotation a lot easier, right? Like, it's like the difference between a wood stick and a composite stick.
That's exactly it. Nice call. Nice hockey reference, Jim.
Thank you.
Cuvier looks at the ball, looks for Jean Lafortune, as he has been all game. Simon Chouinard La Liberté on the tackle for a 3-yard gain for Les Verges Folles. It looks like it's going to be 2nd and about 8.
And that's that same smash out or bang out route that we saw earlier for a touchdown from Jean Lafortune that he's been so successful with. He's able to get a defender to bite on that first route, and he's able to take the ball outside for a reception every time so far.
The middle seems to be wide open on the defense here because Patel is dropping quickly, but it seems like Cuvier has just gone to his side. He's gone to Jean Lafortune. He's gone to Nicolas Sarrault. He's gone to Cedric Chagnon.
Yeah, he's not someone who relies on his snapper a whole lot in this big play there by Seb Thibault, getting a hand on the ball. Strong rush there, disrupting the pass that would have been in the middle, not to his snapper, but in the middle of the field there for a would-be touchdown.
We spoke about Mathieu Gravel as a rush, but we haven't spoken about how good Sébastien Thibault is as a rush. We've seen him rush for Les Malheurs in Division 3, do extremely well. He's one of the better rushers in this league. I think nobody would tell you otherwise. He's a very good player, very good stop right there. Christophe Patel could have had a pick if he wasn't so far deep.
And the only current quarterback rusher pair in the league right now.
Absolutely. Cuvier takes a snap. Misses the tackle. Sébastien Thibault misses the tackle. Quick play. And Christophe Patel's knee collides with the head of the Les Verges Folles player, number 18, William Brunet-Fortin.
Yeah, he had his bell rung a little bit, but he closed the gap there. I thought for a moment that he would be open on that catch.
Yeah.
Good for Seb Thibault as well, missing that flag, but keeping up the pressure and making sure that Cuvier did not have all the time in the world to throw there.
It's been a game changer right now, Sébastien Thibault rushing, because Cuvier has less than half a second, just a second less than he had before against Mathieu Gravel. So it's interesting to see what's going to happen. Timeout, Les Verges Folles. Why would you call a timeout here?
Yeah, very interesting. More than anything, it's got to be to sort of get a calm back in the huddle. It looks like excitement and tempers are high right now, so to sort of bring everyone back down, and that's something that you want, especially if you know it might result in a costly interception or a false start penalty or things like that, just to be able to calm the team down. You see Jean Lafortune in the huddle right now, talking to the players around him, really making sure that everyone is on the same page here to make sure that they maintain the lead that they have.
Does the panic set in for Mad Bears? I know we spoke about it earlier, but right now they're down 8, 3 minutes left, the clock's ticking. Mad Bears look like they're a little they're organized on defense, but sometimes it looks like there's little holes that they're getting filled.
Yes, so I don't know if panic sets in, but I think that they know about football enough about football to know that it's urgent, that they need to get a turnover here, because a touchdown and a convert would seal this game. Waiting on the snap.
Kivigier takes a snap, backs up deep to get away from the big rush of Sébastien Thibault. Great play by number 16 of Mad Bears, Jeremy Durand-Tremblay, who is also known for his offensive prowess. He had 3 interceptions this year, and he is the best receiver on the team by far, and he has made a great play on defense to get the ball back for Mad Bears.
Yeah, 9 TDs in the postseason. I think that's a pretty good receiver, right?
Absolutely. Jeremy Durand-Tremblay making plays on offense and on defense. Timeout, Les Verges Folles.
Oh, it looks like it's being challenged. So it's not a timeout, but it's being challenged by Les Verges Folles.
They're challenging the PI, so they're challenging a pass interference call. Well, non-pass interference call.
So let's take a look.
Let's see what the call is here. The play comes across the field. See, no, it seems okay to me. I wouldn't call it. I don't know about you, Jermaine.
As per Jermaine, I don't know what I would want to be calling here.
No, that's a nice play.
Yeah. So good on them, though, at least to sort of slow down the pace after that turnover. But it doesn't look like we see here. There's doubt here. There is nothing to overturn.
So no overturn. It is not a pass interference, which means it is turnover on downs. Mad Bears get the ball at their own 5. Down 8 with just under 3 minutes left to go here in the Division 4B finals. Sébastien Thibault lines up to take the snap. Looks quickly to Antoine Brisson. Lets it go for some reason. Thought he had another receiver there. Antoine Brisson would have been able to help his quarterback out of it and get out of the end zone.
Yeah, without a doubt, a miscommunication there. We saw a whole bunch of hooks, and then to the right of Seb Thibault, it was almost a high-low play where they didn't know where they were going to end up, and he just threw it to an area.
Mad Bears right now line up again at their own 5. Sébastien Thibault looks quick. Antoine Brisson, 7-yard play. It is going to be 3rd and 3 for Mad Bears. Right now, I think they're going to be able to march up, get this first down. What do Les Verges Folles do? Do they go man? What do you think they should do right now?
No, I think that first of all, Mad Bears need to score and go for 2. So I think that Les Verges Folles need to leave the underneath routes and have Mad Bears burn as much time as possible trying to get to that end zone.
Antoine Brisson on another catch. Great play with about a 7-yard gain for the first down. Breaks 1 tackle and is tackled eventually by number 24, Vincent Morissette.
So once again, the momentum swinging back in the favor of Mad Bears, who have a second shot at this. They have a chance at life again.
Eagles doing math for us and telling us that they need 8 points to score a touchdown. Number 24, Tommy Janina for the first down, asking for the hold, but in FPF, if you get the flag on the hold and you pull the jersey, it is not a penalty. Yeah,
so it is 8 points to tie this game here. A little bit under 2 minutes to go in this until 5 plays, so about minute 14 right now as we watch the clock slowly count down.
I think the clock is going pretty fast for Mad Bears and very slow for Les Verges Folles right now. Mad Bears line up to take the snap in their base formation as they have been all game. Breaks the tackle. Sébastien Thibault breaks the tackle. Breaks another one. Tackled by Brunev Lafontaine as he has been sure tackled all game. Timeout for
Mad Bears.
I assume Mad Bears.
Mm-hmm. So just under a minute to go until 5 plays in this second half. A very, very smart football savvy move to try and buy themselves more time and to give them the opportunity to tie the game here.
Because if they score and they don't go for the extra point, they're going to need that extra play at the end to be able to take the lead if they stop them, right? So good on Mad Bears for calling their first time out of the game. Just like you said, under 1 minute left in this game, Mad Bears are lining up at about the 8-yard line, at the 7-yard line. It is, I want to say, inside the red zone because it looks like the rusher bag is at the.
Yeah, it looks close. So I would agree with you here that it's probably red zone in this instance.
Ooh, nice catch.
Yeah. So that pass looked to be absolutely behind him there, and he still, without breaking stride on that slant, he caught it and kept going.
Sébastien Thibault throws a nice bullet to Simon Chouinard La Liberté, who is eventually tackled by Vincent Morissette on the defense. That's your second time.
That's a great catch. not let alone in 4B in the higher divisions. There's a lot of players who don't make a catch like that in stride, like a very sure-handed, not slowing down to keep the momentum catch like that. So good on him to make a real pro catch here.
Mad Bears take their second time out, 45 seconds. They line up in the red zone in order to score 6 points to be down by 2. Sébastien Thibault takes the ball, takes a snap, looks left. Quick throw to Antoine Brisson on a slant, throws it behind him. It is incomplete. Clock is running.
Vincent Morissette was real close to picking off that ball there, and he knows it too. And he's got some words for Seb Thibault on his way back to the huddle.
I like that. Vincent Morissette decides now at this point to start talking smack to the quarterback. Vincent Morissette has been the X factor in the playoffs with 4 interceptions. Surprising enough, there hasn't been one turnover this game other than the turnover on downs by the Mad Bears.
So interesting to note is that Kivigier has been pulled off of the defense for Les Verges Folles and been replaced with Sean Lafortune right there on our right. The defense is left. So that's going to be a matchup up against number 15, Antoine Brisson, to see how that plays out.
Kivigier had 3 interceptions this year. Sébastien Thibault looks left. Quick throw to Simon Chouinard, La Liberté, which is incomplete. Knocked down by number 24, Vincent Morissette, who we spoke about earlier, who is their defensive star on Les Verges Folles.
So with that, it looks like we're going to go into 5 plays remaining in the game.
Turnover on downs.
A turnover on downs. The first down will seal this game for Les Verges Folles. So Mad Bears cannot allow a first down, and still, not only can they not allow a first down, they need to turn over the ball and score in order to tie this game.
So right now we're lined up. 5 plays left for Les Verges Folles. They have a lead. It is not a comfortable lead. We've seen crazier things happen in FPF on the last play of the game. Kivigier lines up very close to our videographer, Chris Rivet. Sean Lafortune with the catch, about 8 yards, just short of the first down. Second down for Les Verges Folles, 4 plays left.
When in doubt, who do you go to? The man who's been making plays for you all game. Whether he's at 100% health or not right now, it looks like that limp is starting to creep back in. He was still able to make a huge catch for his team, and he's really been someone that they've been able to lean on all game when it's needed to count.
Sean Lafortune is the leader of this team and the captain of this team, and he has been very efficient for them. 57 catches on the regular season, 14 touchdowns.
Former FPF champion as well with Les Malheuds.
With Les Malheuds, yeah. Kivigier takes a snap, looks left. Ooh, throws it deep to Sean Lafortune. Could he be there? Oh, Antoine Brisson with the excellent defensive play, almost coming down with the interception. Antoine Brisson knows that he had that in his hand, GM.
That would have been the kill shot, but not a necessary kill shot.
Yeah.
In that, if they would have gotten that first down, the game would have been over. And now they're tasked with having to get the first down now or punt the ball.
So now we're at 3 plays left in the game. 3 plays left in the game. It is third down. This is huge right now. This is huge because they would most likely punt to burn a play. No, they're outside the 10, so they would punt to the 10. Yeah.
So Eagle off camera asking if the punt would put them at half, but no, because they've gained yardage on this play, it would be put on the 10 of Mad Bears.
Ooh, Antoine Brisson with the pat down again, 2 in a row towards Sean Lafortune, covering him very well, but not able to come down to the interception. There is 2 plays left. Fourth down. Les Verges Folles will punt to take the play away.
So down 8.
And
Seb Thibault knows what's ahead of him right now. They need to score. They need to get that 2-point convert in order to even stay in this game. It's going to be a difficult one here. There was indeed a punt, and now there's 1 play remaining. So the game on the line here right now. Discussing in the huddle. Just get open sounds.
Just get open is pretty much what you want, right?
And you see there as well just the body language of Jeremy Durand-Tremblay saying in a contested pass, bat it to see if someone else can catch it.
Last play of the game for Mad Bears in order to tie the game against Les Verges Folles. Double rush on the best rusher, the best running quarterback in the league. Sébastien Thibault with a toss-up, and it is incomplete. Yeah. It hit about 3 Mad Bears hands, and it is incomplete. It seems that the game is over. Les Verges Folles are our Division 4B champions. Congratulations to Les Verges Folles.
Sébastien Thibault breaking 2 rushers in order to buy his team a bit more time. He put it on target in the middle of the end zone. His team unable to come up big. Les Verges Folles are our Division 4B champions.
Les Verges Folles are, we've seen them in this division. Mokan is guilty by association with them for some particular reason. So Les Verges Folles win. What do you think for Mad Bears? They played an excellent game today. Sébastien Thibault showed a lot of skill today. I think he could play in hard divisions. What's the future for them?
Yeah, whether it's 4B or 4A, I think that the foundation of Mad Bears has been enough that we've seen them progress. They were a former Division 5 team. They've made their way up, and I think that they have a place here. Whether it's bringing in one extra person like that fits in with this core, like Marc-Andre Paradis or someone like that, to sort of boost this roster that much more. This team has been solid so far, and no knock to them, but les Verges Folles were just that little bit better.
Absolutely. So, les Verges Folles this year, we're going to go down. We're going to go down to the field where Rob Campana, commissioner, is there to present les Verges Folles with the championship trophy and the finals MVP.
All right, guys. Félicitations. Merci, Rob. Division 4B, hiver 2019, les Verges Folles, félicitations.
Ben oui, Zachary.
Let's go. Puis, Zach, on t'a donné le trophée, les mains sont là. Félicitations, Finals MVP.
So not only championship quarterback, but Zachary Cuvigier, finals MVP as well.
Finals MVP, Zachary Verges, well deserved. Was there anybody else that you would have given it to today?
So we mentioned Sean Lefortune's name a lot. So someone who came up with those big catches when necessary. But that being said, the quarterback still has to get him the ball in those instances. So it makes sense that it would be Cuvigier.
Absolutely. I like somebody like Nicolas Sarrault, who played very well, had that deep ball for a touchdown. But like you said, who had to give him the ball? Zachary Cuvigier, who played a almost flawless game. No interceptions in the playoffs. If anything, it's a playoff MVP for Zachary Verges, who has been the backbone of this team the entire season. 8-2 record. They go undefeated in the playoffs to win the championship at Division 4B. Congratulations to les Verges Folles as we see them line up for their team picture.
Here. All smiles.
Absolutely. So les Verges Folles right now. So they're a team that right now Division 4B, it seems like they're always teetering around that Division 4 area. Would they go up as Zachary Verges lines up with our colonist Marc-André Delrenier
Félicitations. Merci beaucoup.
For their interview?
J'aimerais avoir tes premières impressions. Tu as eu des séries éliminatoires vraiment incroyables. Le dernier game contre les Ghosts a été sublime. François Martin l'avait dit dans son article. Aujourd'hui, tu as encore été extraordinaire. D'après toi, c'est quoi le secret de tes succès en séries éliminatoires?
Je pense que ça nous a pris du temps à vraiment obtenir un rythme en tant qu'équipe pendant la saison régulière. Mais une fois qu'on était habitué de jouer ensemble, j'avais vraiment une des meilleures équipes de receveurs de toute la ligue. Puis une fois qu'on a rodé nos jeux, qu'on voulait courir pour les séries éliminatoires, on a cliqué vraiment. Sean Lafortune, Nicolas Sarrault, je pense que c'est le meilleur duo de receveurs de notre division. Puis après, le troisième receveur, c'est Vincent Morissette, Nassim, notre centre, des fois Mathieu McDuff, super rapide. Donc vraiment une belle équipe de receveurs.
Puis d'après toi, ça a été quoi le point tournant de la game? Peut-être le 4e essai en fin de game quand vous avez stoppé dans le red zone, ou qu'est-ce que la défensive avait fait sur ce jeu-là?
Non, c'est sûr que quand notre défensive va faire un arrêt clé à la fin du match, c'est vraiment important. Mais aussi, juste à la fin de la demi, quand on a eu dans le fond la passe au ressort de l'autre équipe, Pétel, puis malheureusement il y avait le pied à l'extérieur. Puis que le jeu d'après, ils ont manqué de très peu dans le fond de la zone début. Je pense que vraiment ça a tourné le momentum en notre faveur. Puis juste de revenir et de marquer au début de la deuxième demi, on savait qu'on avait une bonne option sur la victoire après ça.
Parfait, mais je te remercie beaucoup. Je vais te célébrer avec tes boys. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Marc-André. As after he interviews Zach Cuvigier, who is our finals MVP. GM, thank you.
Always a pleasure.
Great game. Quick little handshake. I did not suck.
No?
We'll get the feedback from Eagle. Eagle's giving me a thumbs up, which means that I did pretty good. So goodbye to everybody for today. We'll be back tomorrow at 4 o'clock for the co-ed divisions, 4 o'clock, and at 5:10 for co-ed 1 and co-ed 2, which would be between me and Brett Botkin. We'll be doing the play-by-play and the color commentary. Goodbye to everybody. Congratulations to les Verges Folles and all the winners today for FPF, and we'll see you tomorrow.